Hello, hello, Swati. Welcome to my house. Come.
Thank you so much. I smell coffee.
There's lots of coffee. Yes.
Okay, are we going to
Always.
have that in some time?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, that's great. So tell me, how long have you lived in this house for?
Actually, not very long. So I've been here about now 7 months, I'm guessing. I was living with a friend of mine and we lived together for 12 years.
Okay.
So I think it was high time that I grew up and lived on my own. I am a Delhi boy and Punjabi boy. So my parents have taught me to host a lot of people, grown up hosting people all the time. So I think this house is also about that. It's pretty open. There's lots of fresh air. It's white.
Where you lived for 12 years, was that like your first space when you moved from Delhi?
No, that was like
Tell us more about those houses.
I have, I think, moved into about 9 or 10 houses after I came. So let's just come and sit here.
Yes.
So I think 9 or 10 houses probably. The first place I moved in when I came to Bombay was in Goregaon East, Royal Palms. That was my hostel. I was studying in Whistling Woods. वहाँ पे 2 साल था. फिर I moved to some place in Oshiwara. Yeah, 9 or 10 houses for sure.
And now you're finally home.
I'm hoping. But yeah, I'm really liking this place right now.
Do you remember those initial days, giving your first audition, getting your first project? What were those days like for you?
I think my first job was working with Shanu Sharma. You might know her because she's
Yes, of
a
course.
big casting director for Yash Raj now. Earlier, she wasn't with Yash Raj, so she was a freelancer and she was doing this film called My Name is Khan, and which Karan Johar directed. All of us from Whistling Woods had gone to meet her as actors, right? And then she said, I don't have any acting jobs for you guys right now, but I'm in need of an assistant. All the students, whoever we were, all of us, nobody took that job. I just called her in the evening, say, I'm free, I'm gonna come. A lot of struggle with that job, but I think I learned the most. Also, I was getting a paycheck, which felt like I had a lot of confidence, at the age of 20, I was just earning some money.
Yeah.
In another city, and I was learning so much from her. Suddenly, I was sitting with Karan Johar in the room, showing him auditions, and Abhishek Varman and Karan Malhotra and all these big people. Now, when I look back and I realize कि कितना कुछ सीखने को मिला यार उस time से.
Absolutely. Do you remember your first meeting with Karan Johar? Now that you brought that up,
I don't think he spoke to me that time. He just said hi. He's very actually the kind of person. Now I know him personally, so I can just say that he's actually a very shy guy in that sense. Like the first time I met him, he was quite shy. I'm also very shy, so. I don't think we spoke to each other for like 7-8 meetings. It was just hi sir, and all of that. That's it. And do the work and just leave. Now it's a different story. I've had a nice relationship and stuff with him. He's a really, really nice guy.
Do you remember what that first paycheck was? Do
Yeah.
you remember how much it was for?
$4,500
Wow, at the age of 20.
at the age of 20,
And
which
what
was
did you-
not bad. I really liked it.
It's not bad at all.
It was half my rent. So I was clearing half my rent. So which was a great feeling.
So is that what you did with that paycheck?
Yeah, I gave it to her. So it was a very filmy thing. I got that paycheck and went to my mother and said, "कि माँ ये लो पैसे." My mother looked at the check. बेटा तुम्हारा half rent है ये, बाकी मुझे देना पड़ेगा. I said, "Okay, ma, thanks." But I felt proud. I felt कि चलो कुछ तो achieve किया मैंने.
Now, if you could talk a little bit about your first audition, do you remember the room, what that room felt like?
Remember, it was for a cooking oil brand. I'm not going to name it. And there was some of my friends also, from Whistling Woods. We were all together. क्योंकि पहले होता था ग्रुप में जाते थे ऑडिशंस के लिए, पता नहीं क्यों. हम ग्रुप में गए हैं, वहाँ पे ऑलरेडी 20 लोग बैठे हैं, and we are sitting there. And उसने पूछा कि कौन जाएगा पहले, and everyone is looking around, no one's going. So I said मैं चले जाता हूँ, because I knew that the more I sit, the more nerves are going to get me in. And I just went. Next day I got a call back that you've been shortlisted. And my first ad I got shortlisted, which was fun. Didn't get it though.
I mean, that's something that might be not the easiest to deal with on a daily basis or say a weekly basis when you're going to so many auditions at that point of time. You get shortlisted, but then you don't get the ad. How did you kind of, face that and come out of it, if it ever did feel challenging?
Of course, it's terrible. The rejection really hurts you. It can really get you down. And I'm not saying that it's been the easiest journey. It's not. It's got its ups and downs. Filmmaking is my first love, and I love to do what I do. I have no plan B. So there's a lot of patience involved. There's a lot of persistence involved. There's a lot of people who pick you up when you're down. And I think those people around me kind of helped me, pave the way, because there were times when I was down and about and like, yaar, mujhse nahi hoga, nahi ho raha hai mujhse. But they had a lot of belief in me, which was, I think, the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I know people have paid my rents when I didn't have any money, and without even asking. What I am is not just me. I'm a lot of people, बहुत सारे लोगों का हाथ लगा है मुझे यहाँ तक लाने में.
It's really important to have that kind of village that props you up, और
Yeah.
जो आपको मदद करता है when you really need it, even without asking.
Absolutely. So now we can have some coffee.
Yes, please.
Let's go. You want black?
I'll take black, yes.
Got it.
Okay, so while you make that coffee for us, I would love to talk a little bit more, about the industry. Especially when you move from another city, you come to a city like Bombay, to an industry where you know nobody and you want to be an actor. Especially knowing fully well that this industry can overwhelm you. It's not the easiest space to kind of find your space quickly, right? How did you maneuver through those days?
There are two parts to this answer, because the first part is that when you're from a city like Delhi and you're coming to Bombay, you make that decision, I want to become an actor. I think you come with that thing, I'm going to go to Bombay and become a star tomorrow. You start with that confidence. I think that's why you take that step. You are delusional, and you have to be delusional to become an actor, because in a city where there's so many people who want to become an actor, you really have to be delusional to think that you're going to make it. So I think that delusion kind of gets you here, that confidence kind of gets you here, and then Bombay kicks you in the ass and tells you life is not exactly how you pictured it to be. There's your coffee.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It breaks your heart. It breaks your heart again. It breaks your heart for the third time. But after that, I think you get very used to it. You get used to the rejection. You get a little stone-hearted. You get a little... you understand where they're coming from and where you lack. And I think then is the time you start really working on yourself. That confidence, because that fake confidence disappears.
Do you remember a time during those days, when you felt kind of like really beaten by this industry, by trying to achieve and maybe not succeeding then, but now today, of course, it's a different story?
Yeah, I've spoken about it once, and I think the people know it. I think it was this film I had tested for, and this film was called Man Marziyan. And of course, I've spoken to Taapsee about it, I've spoken to Anurag sir about it. I tested for it, and I thought that Anurag sir really liked my test. I heard that he really liked my test, but he didn't like the physicality of mine. So I said, okay, I'll work on it. I didn't even tell him. And then I went on a stupid diet, which I was only on fruits and coffee and all of that. I lost about 7.5 kgs. I came to like 9.8% body fat or something like that. Very unhealthy. Don't do it. But I was like, I have to do it because I want to audition for him again. When the time came to audition for him again, the cast was already done. So it was like that 6 months of hard work just felt like, oh, I didn't even get a chance to do that. But I saw the film and I realized how the way Vicky did it, it was so good. I hadn't even thought about it. It broke my heart that time. Patience and persistence really paid up, because then I ended up working with Anurag sir twice again. And I remember Taapsee, when we were shooting for Thappad or Dobara, I don't know. She used to like, just to ungli karne ke liye mujhe van mein bitha ke Man Marziyan dikhati rehti thi, which used to be so annoying. But I was like, I love the film and I love her in it and I love Vicky in it. But yeah, it was a fantastic film. So that broke my heart a little bit that time, but in hindsight, 2020 vision, it was all worth it.
Coffee is brilliant, by the way. Do you also cook?
Thank
Since
you.
we're sitting in your kitchen?
Yes, I do cook. So the thing is, मेरे खानदान में at least सिर्फ मर्द खाना बनाते हैं. My mother doesn't cook. Hates to cook. Doesn't enter the kitchen. My dad, on the other hand, even if he comes back at 2:30, 3 in the morning, तड़का वही लगाएंगे. He loves to cook. I don't cook that often anymore because ज़्यादा time नहीं मिलता. But I cook really well, I think.
So maybe you can call us for lunch or dinner.
Sure, what would you like to have? My specialty is noodles. That was desi chowmin.
Okay.
I make really good mutton.
Okay.
I make a lot of butter chicken, dal makhani, very Delhi.
Dal makhani.
Oh, go for it. Done.
I spot some pictures on that wall. Can we talk a little bit about that if you could
Yeah,
move that
let's
side?
go. So these are my animals, and some of them are here on this planet, and some have passed.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you so much. But they've always been a big part of my life, and they'll always remain a big part of my life. So that's my dog Bamdash, who passed away. He was with my parents in Delhi, and he passed away recently. He was 12 and a half. And when he passed away, my parents decided that they want to move out of that house, and because it was getting very lonely, and also there was no point of them being there if I'm here and the dog is not there anymore. That was my first cat, Peewee. She just walked into the house and stayed. She adopted me. I didn't adopt her. And then I used to hate cats. Like, I was one of those people, not a cat person. She made me fall in love with all cats in the world. She was the sweetest thing on the planet, actually. I don't want to talk about her.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Move on from there. Well, I spot some books here. Should we talk a little bit about
I wasn't a big reader. I still can't call myself a big reader. My mum gifted it to me. She was reading it.
which one?
Tuesdays with Maury.
Okay.
I haven't finished it yet because it gets me to tears and I hate crying. Still reading Khan. So I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Like everyone. I can't even call myself the biggest fan because uske bhi competition honge. But I love reading. So I'm not a big Shah Rukh Khan actor fan or something like that. I'm just a fan of the person that he is. And like I tell a lot of people that I come from the Shah Rukh Khan school of chivalry. He's
Nice.
taught us so much
Yeah.
about how to be chivalrous and how to talk to women. And so I love reading his stories. I love seeing his interviews. And
I'm going to come back to the industry and to your journey here. What are some of the things this career has taught you maybe about yourself?
it taught me that I was limiting myself to just be an actor, and I thought that becomes your identity. But I realized that it's not only acting that I love. I love the whole idea of filmmaking. I love films. I love every different aspect of it. I think I'm a filmmaker at heart. So yeah.
You're not very active on social media, you mentioned. But do you feel the time that we live in today, it's important to be seen, especially in the industry that you're a part of?
Sure. And I think I do enough of it. I have those bouts where I put something up for a while and then I go silent, but that's not by choice. If I feel something and I want to put it up, I'll put it up. I know it's very important. I'm trying to get there. I'm forcing myself sometimes. But it doesn't happen organically for me. But I don't like to share my private life. When I'm doing something for myself or with my friends and all of that, it's not something I'm comfortable with. Because it's very sacred to me. I'm doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for anyone else. Like when I'm traveling, I'm not doing it for okay, मुझे Instagram पे दिखाना है.
Correct.
I'm doing it because my best friends and I just want to go have some fun, chill, do whatever we want to do.
What is your opinion on the existing pap culture? You know, and we see that a lot of actors are always pap. They're going here to pap, khana khaya to pap.
Some people like it, some people don't like it. किसी का उन पैप्स का भी घर चल रहा है by the end of it, right? They're also earning money. But I think the problem happens when you're not comfortable with it and then you force yourself to do it. That's the time, because I know that I'm not very comfortable with it. And if you see my pap, whatever things, you'll see how uncomfortable I am. I'm posing. I don't know how to smile properly. I don't know how to pose properly. पता नहीं लगता कि हाथ कहाँ रखना है, right? So I'm a little uncomfortable. I'm trying to get used to it. But yeah, to each their own. There's no right or wrong. Just don't judge yourself on it.
Before we take the next question, I would love to see the balcony.
Yes.
Should we
please.
go explore that a little bit?
Yes, come. Okay. So this lamp was gifted to me by Abhilash Thaplyal. That was his housewarming gift for me. It
Oh,
took me
nice.
28 days to make it, and I absolutely love it.
What are some of the things that surprised you about the industry and still surprises you about the industry?
Unpopular opinion. पता नहीं, वो बोलते थे ना बचपन से कि यार इंडस्ट्री बड़ी खराब है और इंडस्ट्री में ये सब होता है, and all that news channels also say a lot of things and stuff like that. Weirdly, I've never faced it. Like the people that I've met in my life in the industry have been super kind to me. Have been super nice to me. Maybe it's my luck, or maybe it's just the way I am, the kind of energies I put out, and I get the same energy back. But people have been really nice.
if I had to ask you about a role that you think changed things for you, which one would that be?
Oh, Thappad by any, like that was my the biggest part and the biggest high point of my life at that point of time. It changed my career, it changed the people perceived me, it changed the way I looked at myself actually. Gave me a lot of confidence. Sometimes things just align and it just falls on your lap. And I think those are the best things. You're not expecting it, it's like here, there you go.
It's like when you're not chasing something and it comes.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it always is. When you stop chasing something is when you get it, and that's like, wow.
Yeah, I was running behind something else weirdly that point of time. I was really running behind something else. And this thing came to me and I'm like, yaar, ye karu na karu, and I realized how stupid I was when I was thinking like this.
You know, I read somewhere in one of your interviews you had said that Naseeruddin Shah sir is like a father figure to you. Would you like to talk a little bit about that?
So Naseer sir has been, he was my teacher in Whistling Woods. So I learned acting, or whatever I know about performance and acting was by him. And he was my teacher for 2 years, and I did about 2 films with him after that, which never released. And I also did theatre with him for about 1.5 to 2 years. And he's been very kind. I remember when Thappad happened and when he saw the film, he had sent me a message, which except my mother, I've never shown it to anyone because it's very sacred to me. But in short, that he was very proud of me. But that whole message just meant the world to me. And I remember I had a little tears in my eyes that time, and I was like, why am I getting emotional? But I realized it was because I look up to this man, and he's taught me so much, and I've learned so much from him. And for him to just say those words that I'm proud of you meant like all the awards have come together and I've won them. He's so cool, by the way. Like sometimes when I'll put up a post or picture or something like that, he'll still DM me. Like I had put up a post recently, you need to work on your forearms. And I said, okay sir, I'm going to the gym working on my forearms. Like he's so cool.
And is there an actor's journey that you look up to? But it's a journey that seems really inspiring to you as a person.
Sure, I think Irfan sir is one person I look up to a lot. Then of course Shah Rukh sir. His journey has been fantastic.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone can be Shah Rukh Khan. Log aate hain, I think Bombay, everybody thinks that they can become Shah Rukh Khan. But the idea is you want to become Shah Rukh Khan, and it's a good thing you want to become Shah Rukh Khan. Even I want to become Shah Rukh Khan, but I think the trouble happens when you think you become Shah Rukh Khan. Nobody can be Shah Rukh Khan.
Good luck, and thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you, Swati.
Thank you for the lovely coffee and having us over. Thank you.
Please come back soon.
We will. Thanks for the dal makhni.
Oh yes, for sure.